Hi everyone. Busy day. But one of the things I've been chatting about quite a bit recently to people is why we really need to be talking about business failure a little bit more than we already do. I don't think we talk about it as enough as we ought to talk about it. We always share the wins, the big moments, the successes. What about all the setbacks that we have in business, the missteps, the times when things just don't go like we want them to go to plan? I always find that the truth in business is that we seem to fail more than we succeed, and if we acknowledge that more often, we wouldn't see failure as something to be ashamed of. Is it something to be ashamed of? Not really, not in my opinion. Instead, we'd see it for what it really is. It's a lesson, sometimes even a necessary part of life for us to learn and to be successful. I know that firsthand. When I started my business, I had no idea how tough it was going to be. I came from the corporate world where insolvency was handled so differently than the way that I handle it now. The customer experience was very different, very rigid structures and limited flexibility. But running my own business, that's a different ballgame completely. And yes, there were moments when I doubted myself, moments where I had to take risks, and moments where things just didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. But then I've learned from that. I work with business owners every day who feel like they've failed. And their companies are struggling, they've got cash flow issues, it's tight, they've got families, husbands, wives, children, mortgages, the economic conditions at the moment with everything going up and up and up in price, creditors knocking on the door, and they sometimes tend to think that they've reached the end of the road. But what I always tell them is that don't look at that as, yes, of course it's serious, of course it's painful, stressful, all of that, but ultimately at the end you learn so much. You come out at the other end being a really good business owner. Failure isn't the end, it's just like a redirection. So if I was telling somebody what my opinion is about failure, I think it's the foundation of success, because it forces me certainly to rethink my path. My business journey is really smooth. The companies that survive are the ones that adapt, pivot and evolve. If something isn't working, then obviously that's a sign to try a different way. Number two, failure teaches you what works and what doesn't. Every setback is a chance to assess, learn, improve. Why did this happen? What can I do differently? The best business owners don't just bounce back, they bounce forward. Number three, I'd say it builds resilience. Business isn't about avoiding failure, it's about learning how to handle it. The strongest business owners, entrepreneurs, aren't the ones that never ever fail. I'd say they're the ones that get back up again, time and time again. So wouldn't it be lovely if we can change the narrative, change the conversation? Let's stop treating failure like it's a dirty secret and start recognizing it as part of the process of running the business. But anyway, I've said my piece. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Have you ever faced like something major, a setback? How did you handle it? How did you cope? It'd be really great for me to learn something that I already have been through, and I might learn something from you, and you might have learned something from what I've just said.